Well, severe weather can be both frightening and dangerous, especially if you're traveling around in your car.
Fargo Police Officer Jessica Schindeldecker is here to talk about some winter driving tips that'll keep you safe on the road. You may not recognize her without all her police gear on, so it's good to have you here as casual Jess.
Yeah, well, welcome to the civilian world, right?
Exactly. We welcome you.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's talk about staying safe. I mean, it has been some black ice. I was mentioning, I think, a couple weeks ago where I was coming on the freeway and literally guy missed me by that much because he was doing donuts in the middle of the interstate. It's scary out there at times.
Well, it is, and it's just that time of year where, especially lately, where you've noticed where we went from extreme cold and we had some precipitation, and then the weather warms up, and then it melts those roads, and then it gets cool at night, and then so we always have to be on our top driving skills and defensive too as well. So we always talk about how we all know when we push, leave more traveling space between you and the other vehicle before you or ahead of you, and to give yourself extra time traveling to where you need to go. But what I've been trying to focus on in the last few months is that we need to make sure that we're also being a proactive driver. So anticipating the individual who's not going to be able to stop at that stop sign or that stoplight at the upcoming intersection. So be looking at signs that that vehicle might not be able to stop, such as their tires looks like they're sliding, or they're not going to have enough time to stop, and see where you can have that evasive maneuver to try to avoid that crash.
One of the things I always do is when I'm coming up to a stoplight, I leave extra room in front of me and the car in front of me in case the car behind me can't stop, because you don't want to be in the one where both ends are getting hit.
Exactly, and you can be a really safe driver, very proactive, and sometimes it's always you have to worry about the individuals behind you. So, you can have enough time to stop in front of you, but then you're worried about the individuals behind you. So being really aware of what's in front of you, but also what's behind you too as well. So if you notice that someone's coming up really quickly from behind you, are you able to safely maneuver into a different lane or make a turn, so that way that person's not going to crash into you, and it gives that person a little bit more room between them and then the vehicle that was in front of you. But it's also important just to make sure that we're not being distracted, those inside the car and outside the car. So that includes rubbernecking at accidents or on a traffic stop or fire or ambulances out there. So it's important to make sure that we're all nosy, we kind of want to know what's going on, we want to see it, but it's important to make sure that we're focusing on what's going on in front of us.
Most important thing people should be doing but don't.
Yes, exactly. And a lot of the apps make it really easy today not to get notifications and not to be bothered by your phone. So put that phone somewhere where you're not going to be distracted. In your purse, in the back seat, turn it off, turn it on silent, so you're not tempted to look at that notification when it comes in. Put it down. If you need your GPS on there to get yourself to point A, put it in there ahead of time, or pull over to make any sort of adjustments.
Yeah. And she does have some updates for us on how many accidents we've been seeing. A lot of people say, hey, it's really high this year. We'll give you those numbers coming up after a quick break.